Boom, team, what's happening? We are talking Jefferson curls. We're gonna talk about the spine. And there's a few different thoughts and philosophies on this. So first of all, Jefferson curl, advanced movement. Don't try this loaded until you consult with somebody who's a professional, or if you're one yourself, you start really light. We're basically talking about flexion of the spine. Now, in a lot of circumstances in everyday life, people will find themselves in the flexed spine position. So if I'm sitting down at a computer and I'm rounded all day, I'm flexing through my back. If I'm driving a lot all day, I'm flexing through that spine in not the best position. So maybe it promotes, when I'm older, some position like this through my back that I can't stretch myself out in. So this movement should be used in certain circumstances. If you're already in that position, we're not trying to reinforce that position. This is a really good movement for gymnasts based on the research that I read, and a really good movement for weightlifters who tend to have a lot of compound force on their spine just in that neutral position. All right? So now we're learning how to go into flexion, come out of flexion, learning how to control the spine as one. But if you're already in that position, or you're new to fitness and athletics, this is not something you want to jump into. All right? So the basic Jefferson curl, unweighted, I'll go so on profile to you, is I'm up here, and then I'm going to start that curl of my spine from my neck. So I'm going to let myself curl and round, and then continue to round. All the way down. Hopefully going past my toes. Now I'm trying to press back at my knees a little bit, focusing more on that round position, not letting myself just go down with a little bit of knee bend. And then as I come up, it's the reverse. So you see I'm starting to pick up from the lower part of my back, all the way up till I can press the shoulders back, and then fully stand to round up. Unweighted, beautiful stretch, all right? If you already have good position where you're back in your spine. So again, if you're weightlifting, if you're into gymnastics and you need to gain that mobility, great exercise. If that starts to feel pretty good and you want to beef it up a little bit, you can go weighted. Again, you would choose something that's moderate to start with. You would not throw 135 on the bar and hit it. This one I'll go facing forward to you as you kind of see myself drop down through the head. Take it nice and slow and controlled, and you'll see the weight drag me down a little more. Now I'll go back to that bottom position and kind of hold there. So in this position, I'm really trying to let the kettlebell do the work when I'm rounded out. I'm not trying to get into that hinge position and move through my spine at all. I'm just letting the weight do the work, pulling my knees back, and then slowly reversing on the way back up. Can't encourage you enough to do your own research on this. There's a lot of back specialists out there that don't agree with the Jefferson curl, but I want to emphasize that they're seeing a lot of people and doing a lot of research on people that are already in that flexed position. So if you find yourself in a good position most of the day, or you have that mobility, or you're putting a lot of compound force on yourself with a squat or in that deadlift position, maybe you are slightly rounded in that position under load sometimes, it is good to develop this strength. You'll see a lot of weightlifters, especially in China or overseas in Russia, who do some of these rounded back deadlifts, not a traditional Jefferson curl, but to develop strength in that slightly rounded position. Now, we're not promoting that. That's not something we want to run out and do. We're just saying, be open to these new different schools of thought and these new movements where that's kind of the opposite of everything we're told. Hinge, deadlift with that flat back. Don't let that spine move. Where now we're trying to get you to move that spine in a different direction so you can open and close and feel like you can gain that range of motion, that kinesthetic body awareness to hopefully help you in other movements. Drop a comment below if you've tried these or if you have any opinions on it. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.